Hey, what's up guys, Magic here, and today we're doing another episode of my Danganronpa series. And so the last episode, well, the person sitting in front of us, Sakura, forgot her last name, is currently in the state of dead. I say currently, but I mean she's not really getting out of this, is she? I don't know who killed her, but this is the investigation episode for, yeah. I'd better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura. Oh, her last name is Agami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. Ugh. The body was. I'm still sick, so bear with me. If only Monokuma was here. Anyways, the body was discovered in the rec room on the third floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma file hasn't added a truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey.
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
So
the only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like, oh wait, was that? I'm sorry, because there's like zero escape, right?
In other words,
this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this as kind of a lot of mystery movies or books or whatever, but could it really happen in real life and right before our very eyes like this?
Hey.
Well, I wouldn't say real life, because this is an anime. Well, anime game, so just saying. Are you curious to hear about what a locked murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push the switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
However,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the room, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use their confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
In other words,
By that, I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see the slot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible. Then you think you can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so. Yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then Kyoko, which of those four choices seems the most likely in this case?
it's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room... I'm sorry, there's a movement going around. The way if you hear barking, then my dogs are growling and stuff, so... Yeah. The way the killer... They keep growling. I'm sorry. The way the killer set up the locked room... Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need you to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Gotta think of all people. I didn't think Sakura was gonna die. I mean, look at her, man. She's a freaking beast.
What the heck?
We We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. Asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked me to meet her. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. She just said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this... I just saw her face, oh my god. Oh, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Oh, she was crying, that's so sad. The fact that she had asked those three to meet with her. And she asked them to come into the rec room at noon. Just the same thing and the same time and place that she ended up dying. Might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Alright. I'm gonna go look at the pool of blood. Alright, there's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it far away from where she died? Blood stain. Okay, well she said... Whoa, what's all that? There are shards of glass. Why is it red though? It's around the chair Sakura was sitting on. Oh, it's a bottle. The glass is all red, and those are the top bottom sections of a bottle, right? This must have originally been a bottle. Whoa, nice deduction, Makoto. Good job. Huh? I didn't see that at first, because there was no way of telling that from that. Because never mind. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It's fit in the palm of my hands. It's a Monokuma figure. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
That's... Do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah. I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help calm her down a little. So you gave the candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it when I was in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
I mean...
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all of their flair. Oh my... Hina. My heart is aching with... Well, I'm not gonna talk to people just yet. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is? You see what's scratched around? You see what's scattered around the can? Glass. Shards of light blue glass. They must be part of the window I broke to get inside.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They are also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. Okay, Makoto, really? If you broke it, if the window's up on the top, I pointed to it, but I realized you guys can't see me. But it's up on the top, so if it got knocked onto the container, how did it get under the container? You're so clueless, damn it. Sorry, Makoto, love you. Don't die, please. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. important clue? I'm not sure I see how. Empty protein drink has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. Just listen to her, man. She knows what she's doing. Okay, the clock. It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon, so roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? Wow. Alright, what else we got? What's over here? Whoa, what's that? The locker's open, and there on the inside, it's a handprint.
Why?
What's the handprint doing here? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locker room was open. Don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not? Think back. When we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, it was open. Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point. Damn it. We were so close.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Ugh. I like how none of these make like any sense until you get to the what is it? Ooh, there's 4 red bottles lying on the shelf. And inside each bottle there's some Monokuma figurine. But yeah, I'm wondering how to get those figures inside the bottle.
So...
Okay, I'm sorry, what was I saying? I like how we don't... I'm sorry. I like how we don't know what any of this means until we get to the class trial, and then it's like, whoa, everything makes sense now. It's no different from your standard size ship in a bottle. Huh? You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boats placed inside. Have you never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other words...
So this is a Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle has read through later in I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass would probably started out as the bottle. Which means Sakura must have been hit in the head with the Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are all evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Alright, what else we got? Ihina, Kyoko. Wait, does this seat have anything to do with it? The chair was edged with the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism that was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. You say that, but...
However...
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. And so how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise. They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. So they were hiding in the locker, and then attacked Sakura. Then how'd they get out? Okay, well, I think it's just Byakuya to talk to.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. What fool would do that? Do what is said, and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay. Thanks. Ugh. Because Byakuya's account. That's everything, right? Examine the crime scene as much as possible. So look at everything then. You see the same shelf full of magazines. It's not her kinds of magazines here. Oh god, do I just look at Sakura? Oh, I haven't looked at her yet, have I? Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that, but that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she also vomited blood. Oh. Yeah, I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status of Sakura's body. Okay, that's it. Maybe her getting hit in the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood. Not a chance. But Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yeah, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to the way she died. That it? Okay, it's not. What else can I look at? Oh, there's more on Sakura. Right? Sakura drew her last breath some forward in that chair. That's obvious. Oh, it's like a thing, a chair. It's obvious evidence of the multiple blows to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing you would shoot killed her, according to my profile. Okay. Yeah. I don't remember who she died. Yeah, I'm working on it. Oh, I clicked it again. Okay, so my thingy is up here, and I need to go down a little bit, right? Now it goes the same thing. What? Come on. There's two things here. Huh? Okay, what's the... Oh, it's just wait, no it's not. What? Oh, yes it is. Okay, never mind. I'm stupid. What else is around here? The door. There's the only way in out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is at the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get it inside. I'm sorry. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism is used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. And wait, this was the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there's no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Rec room door has been at the truth for a second. Okay.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then
you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. Yeah, she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with two other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Okay, but should we also go to the... There's only... So I can't... Okay. Yeah. The area, yes. Those two other two probably went back to their rooms. Oh, thank you. Alright, which one is... Toko. I'll just go to her real quick. It's... the one next to Sayaka. Toko! I press the doorbell. And after a few seconds... Hey, she's still... Hi, Toko. How you doing?
Who's there?
Ugh. The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Well, I like Genocide Jack. She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
What do you want? What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was so scared. I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claimed she did go see her, but could I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? And then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Okay. Hero. Where's Hero's room? Okay. Spy Hifumi. Yasuhiro. Ding dong. And after a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, she asked me to meet with her, of course. She asked me to meet with her, of course. Oh, but didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She
How about that?
She gave it to me in person. She said to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went to up and met with Sakura.
Got it all
No
wrong.
way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. He was sitting around in his pockets.
Hey, come
Yeah,
on.
sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big, goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. When he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? What? Quick is when Hiro snatched it up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, this is just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. We're waiting for a reply. Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash. Decided first from Token Hero. What next? I definitely had to look at the crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe we should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Probably to the chem lab then. Wrong button again. Wait, no, that wasn't the wrong button. Map. No. I forgot where the physics lab, rec room, repository, art room. 4th floor is where this stuff it is, right? Music room. Yeah, chem lab. Oh, Byakuya's here. Okay. Let's go see what Byakuya wants. Where is it again? Oh, so it's right there. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay, what's next?
What?
Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, got it. I got it. I think what you mean to say was, yes sir, I understand. Whatever, Byakuya. What's with all this stuff, huh? I can't look at the spilt. What's spilt? I can only look at this. Okay. Okay, fine. This is my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like the 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. More importantly right now, what's the powder that's spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. It looks like poison and footprints. Did someone poison her drink? Is that why she vomited? I pressing the wrong buttons. That one was the legit wrong button. These are footprints. They're in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints rate to the scene as a whole? We need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. What? Well, let's go chop. Okay. Once I got to work, before long, I draw on a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me?
I see.
So when you're looking at it like this, So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints had only had business on the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be.
Certainly
Makoto, are they yours? No.
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes, and I'll confirm their side for myself. I'm getting any reason not to do this. I quickly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Too big? Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. These footprints are a really valuable clue. Alright, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Let's see, what's on the shelf? Okay, these are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. And the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. Yeah, so I can consider it's part of the shelving and unit section A. Huh? But wait. Oh, hey, I just realized that. There's one bottle labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it there here on accident? Yeah, so this is a deadly poison stuff. On this shelf is one. Oh my, okay. So I know I said earlier that it's hard to tell, but like I think I got what happened here. They're gonna reach for the chemical like right here, right? And then they knocked a dangerous the powder or whatever onto the floor, and then spilt it. And they couldn't clean it up because they didn't know how to or whatever. So then they had to walk through it to get the protein shake and then put the poison in the protein shake. And they didn't want to walk all the way back over to shelf C, so they put it back on shelf 9. And look, and I can tell nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit C, section C. What about this part? So on the shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. What's a reagent? I don't understand. A reagent? But simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What? Do you think studying what? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter right now. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. Okay. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't have anything to worry about this shelf. I try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like this, but in 3 seconds. What? Okay, section A has dietary supplements. Section B has whatever, and section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from the section A. But what concerns me is that in section A there was a bottle with a label section C. And okay. So, what was a bottle of poison from section C doing in section A? There's definitely something good going on there. Okay, chemical lab shelf, yeah. I didn't look at this stuff yet. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it. It's Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. then this powder must have been
So,
spilled.
in other words,
That's right. It can only have been around the time of the incident. Is that really what is that really what is what if that really is what is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Of course. It's okay, sometimes I think these people are just blind. I mean, I know it's for plot purposes, man, and all that. Okay, then. There's a bunch of yellow powder. It looks more like a puke green to me. Or I guess a puke yellow. Yeah, it looks more yellow than green. My bad. The floor is green. The powder is not. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look at the rec room. Around the rec room. Okay. Let's see what Byakuya has to say about this real quick.
I see.
Makoto, I admit you have a good eye for spotting useful clues. But you also need to learn how to make use of those clues. Huh. Okay, thanks. Whatever you say, Byakuya. Freaking butthole. Why did I say butthole when I can say asshole? Excuse me, I'm the good boy. Okay, right here. So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko and Toku and Hiro told me.
I see.
So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. So someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Thanks, Kyoko. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey.
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
Whew.
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I'd grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. What? Her shoes?
Correct.
You see the yellow powder in her step? Oh! Yeah, it really stands out.
see.
That powder is clue number 1. It's the yellow powder. What? Why does it say on Sakura?
Hey.
Next is a wound to her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling you that it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain. It would appear she did suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, would you say? There's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary has been added to the truthful website. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to read that. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her dead body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Well, I'm glad Kyoko is here with us. But I bet Makoto is even happier, am I right? Never mind. Never mind. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Whoa. Well, this magazine's upside down. Someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word had been written in bloody letters, and it said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
It's indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message?
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. Put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might. So they. Okay. I think I know for a fact that it is not Toko. Because Sakura's fingers aren't bloody, so somebody must have done that on purpose to frame Toko, right? I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Okay, I know it's not Toko. It's not Toko. There's no way it's Toko. Because how she couldn't have wrote that because her fingers aren't bloody. Her hands are. Kyoko said her hands are perfectly clean. And there's no sink in here. And why would she wash her finger off? Huh? No, she didn't. So Toko is not the killer. Thank you. I rest my case. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue and yeah. Ooh. Nothing new. Something new.
hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. A correlation. Hey Kyoko, can you just tell me what it is?
so,
I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but I'm giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? Trust me, you're right. No answer? I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Think about other. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
anyway,
No, Makoto doesn't help at all because he is in love with you. Sorry to break it, Kyoko, but you guys gotta be together, man. Okay? Just saying. Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And the obnoxious Byakuyo's not here, so...
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the room and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
I knew it's Kyoko. Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weight. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Wait, this is intact or inact? Intact. I'm sorry. Let's just make a joke. I'm stupid. Whatever. Why do you want me to do that? Well, that's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen,
First, let's compare the weight of two of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced,
in other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. The Monokuma figurines are inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Ugh, okay, now here comes the important part. Put all of the pieces you picked up on the one side of the scale. But now, what might you expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out, or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to collect them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then,
Okay then, let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible? Okay,
I
what?
knew it.
Just as I thought.
In
What?
other words,
The results of your experiment and the results of our experiment and the correlation between each other's models puts it all together. And I believe you'll arrive at the one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Kyoko, come on, man. Just tell me, man. Lovers can't keep secrets. Just saying. Well, I guess that's what marriage is. I don't know. I don't do relationship stuff, man. I'm bad at them. I don't know. Oh, already? Okay, well, I actually kind of expected that, so...
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring. I couldn't stay awake.
You're a bear.
Should
I don't even think you're
okay?
real.
Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Oh boy. It's already time? But the mystery of this locked room is still only half solved. Isn't it like half solved? Oh, but in the locked room. Okay. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Okay, well guys, you know what this means. The end of the episode has arrived, and it has been pretty long. I was not expecting it to be like 40 minutes. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to Kama Hopper today. We're gonna find out who Sakura's killer is. I had no idea who it is. I know for sure that it's not Toko. I'm hoping it's not Hina, because seeing her execution would probably kill me. And they were best friends, so I don't think Hina would do that. I have no idea who to expect, man. I don't think Kyoko did it, because she wouldn't have investigated thoroughly, man. Right? Okay, anyways, yeah. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye.